The truth is, this question, am I on the right path? I don't think any one of us will ever stop asking because it's not a question we can arrive at an answer. I once watched an interview of people who were in their 60s and 70s, and one of the questions that was asked was, when did you know what your path was? And they answered with, I'm still trying to answer that question. I mean, they're in their 60s and 70s. You would think that they would know by now. But they were still trying to figure that out. It was both shocking and relieving at the same time. Now for me, I've asked myself whether I was on the right path since I was in my teens. The questions back then were which college is right for me, which subject should I major in, and etc. When I entered college, I was still questioning my path. Was the major I chose the right one? What should I do after college? Which job should I get? And so on and so forth. When I graduated and getting a career was my goal, I was still questioning my path. In fact, every single job I was in, I was wondering whether I was on the right path. I kept asking myself, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Each job felt wrong at times and right at times, but I still hadn't arrived at an answer. Eventually, I quit the corporate world altogether because I felt that it wasn't for me. It was time to find my real purpose. It felt liberating at the moment, like I finally figured it out. But to be completely honest, even though I'm doing what feels most like my life purpose, I'm still wondering, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? In fact, through all the shifts in life, I always felt like I was on the brink of making the biggest mistake of my life. And that includes now. I mean, can you tell that this is how I've been feeling these days?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this leads me to question, why is it that we can't arrive at an answer? I mean, do you know what the right path is for you? Because honestly, I don't. So why is the right path so darn elusive? I thought about this and, I might have an answer that makes sense to me. We often think of our path as something permanent, something that's set, something that the divine has chosen for us to discover. Something like a destiny where upon uncovering, we'll feel like we've finally arrived. I mean, I certainly thought this way. But seeing how elusive it is, maybe we're approaching this whole right path thing all wrong. If we're not stagnant beings, that is, if we're beings that constantly change and grow, it makes sense that the path that's right for us should constantly be changing too. I mean, your interest changed as you grew older, didn't it? And it's probably still changing. Your preference in food probably changed too. Your needs changed. The way you view people changed. And your lifestyle probably changed too. And so, of course, your path would change. So maybe we should approach our life path with the same flexibility. Maybe we feel unfulfilled and lost precisely because we're not so flexible about this. I think what's weighing us down when it comes to finding our path is that we think that we need to make the right decision that determines the rest of our life. I mean, that's some serious shit. Remember when we were little kids and we would fill our days with interesting games and activities? We would play with our friends for a while until it wasn't fun anymore. And then quickly we would move on to something else, like watching TV or something. And maybe that's how we should approach our life path. Instead of thinking that we need to commit our whole life to the one and only right path, maybe we should think this is something that'll be fun to do for a while. Knowing later down in line, we're probably going to drop that for something else that catches our interest. If we shifted our thinking to something more like this, wouldn't we be light, more adventurous, willing to try new things? Wouldn't we have more of a fuller life instead of perpetually waiting around to be shown the right path? In conclusion, I'm going to end this video with this, because even though I'm not sure about finding the right path, this I'm sure about. Whatever path you're on right now, take full advantage of it. of your present moment and the gifts it's giving you. If you're at school, take full advantage of the fact that you can invest your time fully on yourself. If you're interning somewhere, take full advantage of that because you can make mistakes with no one to fault you. If you're on a crossroad in life, wondering about your next move, take advantage of that, of the fact that you haven't committed yet and that you have many possibilities laid in front of you. Because soon enough, it'll be time for you to leave that behind and move on to something else that'll make you happy for a little while. Regards, Ray.
Oh no. Thank you.